Good morning, fellow Biafrans all over the world. I come this morning with a very great news to announce to the Biafra people that the Biafra national football team will be playing first ever international game representing the Confederate State of Biafra this month, just before we go to our Finland convention. Pray for them so they're going to win and it is going to be a good start. Woke ebutegike. Ebutegike. Ibobokari. Those who think that Biafra will not come, look around yourself. What do you see? What do you see? Look at my eyes. What do you see? Nigeria is gone. We are freeing our people from the shackles of the Islamic State chain called Nigeria, from the terrorist state called Nigeria. Biafra is going. And I am leading Biafra out of Nigeria. The main liberation of Biafra will begin on the 2nd of December 2024. May God bless you. Support this movement so history will be kind to you.
Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government in exile, has announced the launch of a Biafra national football team expected to play its first international match before the November convention, marking a symbolic, cultural, and political statement for supporters of the Biafran cause. Simon Ekpa speaks of a planned Biafran declaration scheduled for December 2nd, 2024, and claims of global recognition from some foreign entities, including alleged backing from certain figures in the US and other international bodies. He also talks of a protest in Finland aimed at raising awareness about the Biafran struggle and criticizing the Nigerian government handling of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal case.
Thank you all. Thank you all for watching. This is the protest happening live and direct in Finland, and we are here today to protest and create awareness as what is going on in Nigeria and the reason and the need for us to leave and exit Nigeria. We will continue to push, we will continue to agitate, we will continue to create awareness globally, and at the end we will get our freedom. Freedom is all we ask for, and Biafra is going to exit from Nigeria at the end of the day. Today we have seen the way our leader issue was handled in court, the adjournment, which we already know predicted that it is going to happen, and then we will go back to our drawing board. We will go back to our drawing board and start from where we stop. So thank you for joining. I may not be streaming this live all the time. I may not be streaming this live all the time because I don't have enough battery. But we are live here and direct. Thank you for joining. We are still expecting a lot of people to join us, and as time goes on, they are going to join this protest. I am live and direct here. Live and direct. Thank you very much. Support Biafra, support Biafra. You want to say, free. Here we go.
Nnamdi Kanu, a prominent Biafran leader, has been detained in Nigeria under various charges since 2021. Nnamdi Kanu, who is currently the leader of Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB), has been in the DSS dungeon for the past 3 years. Simon Ekpa's statement implies efforts to garner international support and recognition with claims of support or engagement from NATO, the US Congress, and certain European and Asian countries. He also delves into Nigeria's historical regional divisions, referencing past attempts at secession by other ethnic groups. He argues that it is unjust to deny the Igbo people a right to self-determination, especially as other ethnicities such as the Yorubas have previously called for separation. Anyway, let me tell you a story that is causing a lot of views among Biafrans and supporters of freedom across the world. You see, something really exciting has really happened recently. There was jubilation in Biafra land because the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government in exile, Simon Ekpa, officially launched a Biafran football team. That is right, Biafra now has its own national football team that is set to play its first ever international match later this month, just ahead of the annual Biafran convention in Finland this November. According to him, the Biafra national team will be playing for Biafrans in Nation Cups and World Cups. Imagine the thrill of hearing about this. As the news broke, you could almost feel the collective excitement in the air. It is a huge step forward in the struggle for recognition and independence. The team is expected to represent Biafra on an international stage, which adds another layer of pride and identity for the people who have long dreamed of a free and independent Biafra.
Good morning, fellow Biafrans all over the world. I come this morning with a very great news to announce to the Biafra people that the Biafra national football team will be playing first ever international game representing the Confederate State of Biafra this month, just before we go to our Finland convention. Pray for them so they are going to win and it is going to be a good start. Okay, Budegike. Budegike. Ibo go carry. Those who think that Biafra will not come, look around yourself. What do you see? What do you see? Look at my eyes. What do you see? Nigeria is gone. We are freeing our people from the shackles of the Islamic State chain called Nigeria, from the terrorist state called Nigeria. Biafra is going. And I am leading Biafra out of Nigeria. The main liberation of Biafra will begin on the 2nd of December 2024. May God bless you. Support this movement so history will be kind to you.
Biafran Liberation Army, welcoming the Imo State General Commander, welcoming the Imo State General Commander, happening. Live and direct. Today, in 28th of October, this is our inauguration day. The day we are inaugurated, the Biafran Liberation Army. The men know this. Live and direct. Men day live and direct. Biafran Liberation Army. Today being 28th of October. It's happening.
Mosa. We have 10 in the parade. Permission to carry on the parade, sir. Bayonet. Mark time.
What's your name?
Right about turn. Bayonet. Right. Momo name de Biafra.
Aye no never.
Momo name de Biafra.
Aye no never.
Ole body la nunude. Ole benzo nunude. Ole la yese la waya ho.
Yes, this is satellite media. Mr. Rafubechi, let us quickly look at the statement that is coming from Samuel Ekpa talking about the Finland-based Biafra agitator. That is the Prime Minister of Biafra in exile, saying that they have entered the last stage, or rather the final stage of the struggle. You understand that he has said that he's going to declare Biafra in Finland this coming December, but saying that the final stage is where they are. How does that come to you?
If you look at the appointments, I tell you that...
no, not appointment this amount. I'm talking about someone saying that at the final stage of the struggle.
Okay, the final stage, that's it. Because you see what happened 2-3 days ago. The whole Igbo land were shut down, southeastern Nigeria. And that was when they announced most of their military equipment procured or secured from the Western world. And they actually celebrated it on the social media. The whole world was watching. So he's trying, because that's the last straw that is going to break the camel's back. The whole world is seeing it. and we are waiting towards Biafra, emancipation comes December 2nd. So that's is a good idea. It's a welcome idea. Simon Ekpa is trying a lot, and you can see he has resigned from his political positions in Finland, and he has served Finland in various categories, and it's like he has gone so deep, direct, solely for Biafra agitation business this time. He doesn't want to be distracted by any other maybe job or hobby or something during his time of leisure. I don't want to understand. So he has gone fully into agitation of Biafra, making sure that he made enough consultation in the West, in the East, in Asia, everywhere in the world, and that is what he's embarking on now. He has embarked on that. He has gone to the House of Congress in America. They are the lawmakers in the United States of America, and they have given him the approval to go on. Even most of the congressmen in the House, they have at least solicited for Biafra. They have spoken at least in favor of the Prince of Africa that is about to emancipate. That's Biafra. They have spoken again about Nnamdi Kanu that was, in prison for over how many years now? Over 48 months, Nnamdi Kanu was down in prison. Nobody is caring. Nobody is actually hearing from the court. Even the present administration of Tinubu could not even adhere to what the court has been at least hammering on. Release this gentleman. Constitutionally, he has not contravened any law in Nigeria, any law of the land, and they are charging him of many many count charges up to 15. They reduce it to 7 now. All has been struck out. Kanu is supposed to come out, and let me tell you, it should not be forgotten that if not for the same Simon Ekpa you are talking about, everybody is blowing out of proportion that he is not getting it right. Agitation is blah blah blah. Listen, if not for Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu would have been a forgotten man. Igbos will not put him there. I'm an Igbo. I know us. Igbo politicians would have forgotten him. Igbo businessmen that are making their money all over Nigeria would have forgotten him. Simon Ekpa is a diaspora Igbo. He's not a Nigerian now. He has dual citizen, a Finnish and a Nigerian. So he has right to do whatever he's doing. And if you look at the job he's doing, it's too bogus. Because there's nothing you can do him. Nigerian nation cannot do him anything. Finland is not in the position to do him anything. If you are a Finnish man, you have right to live your life in totality. So it has given him the right, the Scandinavian law has given him the right to live his life in totality. He's defending his country. Simon Ekpa's country is Biafra. I don't know what to understand. So that's why he's fighting tooth and nail, making all manners of international consultation to make sure that Biafra, the Prince of Africa, emerges as soon as possible. Look at his connection with NATO. Am I trying to tell you it's with Canada? Yes, Canada. Okay. Biafra, Jacob, Israel. Israel has recognized Biafra. I've had Netanyahu on hammering, saying something about Biafra on and on that they know what Biafra is going through. I don't know what I understand. It's all, give it to Ekpa. Give it to Nnamdi Kanu. When he was out of jail, when he was free, making his own consultations all over the world. I don't really understand. Simon Ekpa is trying. We are waiting for emancipation of Biafra. Okay, listen, time shall come when anybody in Nigeria, be you Igbo or Yoruba, you can put on that t-shirt with the rising sun, half yellow of the sun, even in Abuja, even in Lagos. Because what happened 2-3 days ago has actually indicated that Nigeria is tired. There's nothing the country can do again. They were celebrating themselves, their uniform, their flag, all their hardwares, firearms, and nobody did shoot any bullets. The police were there, the soldiers were there at the mechanized division in Enugu. Nobody even shoot rubber bullets. They allowed them. They celebrated their country with what the stuff they procured. They secured for their activities against the enemy of Igbo man, the Fulani headers who are grazing on a farmland. So nobody accused anybody of anything. Since 4 days ago, no police, no soldier. Biafrans, they were marching all over the streets, all over the communities, localities, in the southeastern Nigeria.
Okay, now we have a situation where an Obasanjo is saying that even if Igbos fought for civil war and wanted to secede, that Igbos are not the first and the only tribe that said they wanted to secede. That after all, the Hausas at one point in time through Araba said they wanted to secede.
Yes.
As such, that is not justified to say Igbo man should not rule.
Thank you so much. It is not justified to say Igbo man should not rule. That is why Tinubu.
That is coming from Obasanjo.
Yes, I know. Obasanjo tried. I know him since. They always accuse him. Obasanjo is an Igbo man because he is so blunt and meticulous on defining whom Igbo man is and what Igbo man represents in Nigeria. If you ask me, Obasanjo himself individually single-handedly made Obi Nigeria president. Before we all went to the poll to cast our votes, Obasanjo has made Obi, announced Obi, Peter Greg Obi, as the winner of last year presidential election in Nigeria. Obasanjo did it. So what am I saying? I'm trying to say that it is not wrong to make an Igbo man president. The first people to have agitated since 1914 to 1960s were the Hausas. Hausa said Araba, 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 meaning secession, secede, seed. Let us go, let us go, let us divide, let us disintegrate. That's the meaning of Araba. And they are the Hausas. And after all, they were ruling Nigeria for how many years? Now somebody is saying he won't make Igbo man president because Igbo man was trying a secessionist or a rebel or whatever. We are not the first. Igbo man is not the first to have quested or asked for disintegration of this country. So it is wrong if anybody is having it as his own principle that Igbo man will not rule Nigeria. It is wrong. Igbo man will not only but must rule Nigeria once elected through democratic process, as happened last year. Obi outrightly was voted by Yoruba, Hausa, Igbos, and the rest of ethnic groups in Nigeria. It was not a tribal election last year because I know that in Lagos State, Yoruba gave Obi 75% votes.
Okay, could that be the reason Obasanjo threw his vote behind Obi?
Obasanjo is behind Obi. Obasanjo made Obi president before we went to the poll. Sorry, we went to the poll. Obasanjo has actually announced Obi the winner. He was addressing Obi as Nigerian president. I don't understand. And today, what happened? We've seen a Fulani INEC. We've seen a Fulani APC that has denied Igbo that position. It is right of every region, any ethnic group to win election and go to that highly exalted office of Aso-Rock. If you ask Obasanjo today, he is in good spirit to tell you that Igbo man is more competent than any ethnic group in Nigeria to rule Nigeria. So I welcome what Obasanjo said.
Thank you very much, Mr. Arafumechi.
The Biafra Convention 2024 from November 29 to December 3rd, 2024. These days, Biafran from all over the walks of life will gather in Lahti, Finland for a 5-day event that will mark the beginning of the new era for generations to come. This is more than just convention, and I'm telling you, the enemy are not happy. They have done everything thinking that Nigeria can control and can get anything they want. But today, we are not just outsmarting them. We are showing to them that not every country supports evil. It's a unification of a people reclaiming their identity, purpose, and future. The energy will be electrifying, historic, and a pride uncontainable as Biafrans come together to declare their restoration of their sovereignty. This monumental and historical event will showcase the symbol of our independence and identity, and here's what we have in stocks. For those who have been asking questions, what is this convention all about? You want to declare independence in a foreign land? We are not declaring independence in a foreign land. The independence of Biafra has already been declared. We are only restoring our lost sovereignty, just like the Lithuanians. The point is that the people don't read history. We are not going to be the first country to restore a lost sovereignty state. We'll launch the Biafra National Identity Card and Passport during the Finland Convention. Finally, making every Biafran place and belonging official across the globe, we will unveil Biafra Ejema during this convention. The Biafra currency will be unveiled. A testament to our economic independence and strength. The flag of the United States of Biafra will be raised, standing tall as a banner of our unity and resilience, representing Biafra to the world. We also will adopt the Biafran Constitution during this convention, a document that enshrines our rights, principles, and governance for our new nation during this convention. We'll also present the map of the United States of Biafra officially, defining our rightful borders and land. It is not just a map. It is a declaration of our place in the world. My fellow Biafrans in the US, we have dignitaries that will embrace the convention in Finland. Powerful policymakers from different parts of the world will be present in Finland. Powerful speeches will echo throughout the event with delegates and key international figures voicing our shared struggle for freedom, resilience, and determination. And in a formal oral declaration of independence, of the restoration of the independence of Biafra, we will outline each vital aspect of our freedom step by step, solidifying our path to sovereignty state. This convention will also feature national debate on the issue that matters most to our new nation, uniting Biafrans from all backgrounds, representatives from across the 40 United States of Biafra, delegation from the different countries where Biafra has their liaison offices, and vote on bills, creating the legal backbone of our nation. The establishment of the declaration document will formally declare our restoration of independence of Biafra, marking our collective vision for the future. And to seal this commitment, Biafra delegate will sign this historic document symbolizing our dedication to a free and independent Biafra. This is just the tip of the iceberg, as many other incredible things will unfold as the United States of Biafra begin to formally enter into bilateral relationship with other existing nations of the world. And in this convention, we will have one of the emerging nation president to be part of it. This is not just gathering of people. It will be unified voice of over 50 million Biafrans who have already voted in the self-referendum, reflecting the clear will of the people to establish the United States of Biafra. On November 28, the final vote count will be concluded. And if the majority says yes to independence of Biafra, Biafra people will give the Biafra government the mandate on December 2nd to officially declare the restoration of independence of Biafra, fully defend it. The Biafra government will then be empowered by this legal document that will be generated from this convention and granted all legitimacy over a sovereign and independent United States of Biafra. This whole world will be watching, and the history awaits us all. I want you to understand that once this document has been generated and the Constitution of Biafra is voted on, which is a continuous document, a living document from the 1967 to 1970, the battle for the Recognition of Biafra will then begin. At the same time, the legitimization of the Nigerian state within Biafra land will enter gear 10. Good morning, fellow Biafrans all over the world. I come this morning with a very great news to announce to the Biafra people that the Biafra national football team will be playing first ever international game representing the Confederate State of Biafra this month, just before we go to our Finland convention. Pray for them so they're going to win and it is going to be a good start. Nwoke ebutegi ike. Ebutegi ike. Igbo go carry. Those who think that Biafra will not come, look around yourself. What do you see? What do you see? Look at my eyes. What do you see? Nigeria is gone. We are freeing our people from the shackles of the Islamic State chain called Nigeria, from the terrorist state called Nigeria. Biafra is going. And I am leading Biafra out of Nigeria. The main liberation of Biafra will begin on the 2nd of December 2024. May God bless you. Support this movement so history will be kind to you.
Simon Ekpa, speaking passionately in his address, encouraged Biafrans everywhere to pray for the team, to hope for their victory, and to see it as a symbol of the nation's resilience and spirit. For Simon Ekpa and his supporters, this march isn't just a game, it is a statement of existence and defense. Simon Ekpa is a known figure. He is known as a key figure leading the push for Biafran independence. Although he resides in Finland, he is deeply involved in the Biafran struggle, mobilizing international support and rallying people across the globe to support the Biafra self-determination. Recently, Simon Ekpa has intensified his efforts, going as far as stepping down from his Finnish political roles to focus entirely on the cause. His commitment has drawn both admiration and criticism, as the Biafra movement often faces opposition from Nigerian authorities and some local communities. Just a couple of days ago, there was also a protest organized in Finland to raise awareness about the situation in Nigeria, emphasizing why Biafrans seek an independent state. Simon Ekpa was part of the protest, and even though he wasn't able to stream the event for long due to a low battery, he made his message clear. Freedom for Biafra is non-negotiable, and they will keep pushing until it is achieved. However, there was an unexpected turn of events related to a street names in Lagos. Apparently, some streets in a neighborhood were renamed Yoruba names, replacing their previous Igbo names. This sparked reactions on social media, with people sharing their thoughts. Some saw it as an overreach, while others pointed out that similar renaming has occurred before, emphasizing how Biafrans view it as part of a larger struggle for identity and space within Nigeria. Simon Ekpa also mentioned the recent display of Biafran warriors preparing for Biafra's declaration. His supporters in southeastern Nigeria held parades showcasing their readiness. They marched through communities, waving the Biafran flag and wearing uniforms, displaying a sense of pride that was clearly visible. This peaceful demonstration stood as a testament to their solidarity, even as Nigerian law enforcement watched from the sideline without intervening. Through it all, Simon Ekpa maintains that Biafra independence is nearly reality, and he has vowed to make the final push. his connections abroad, particularly in the US, where some congressmen have shown support, have given his cause an international platform. He is now calling this moment the final stage of Biafran struggle and insists that December 2nd will mark the beginning of a new era. Whether or not his prediction hold, this declaration has raised the stakes and drawn more attention to the movement. This narrative of struggles, cultural pride, and a vision for a sovereign Biafra has inspired many, though it remains divisive. Some see Simon Ekpa as a hero and a leader, keeping alive tensions and challenges that could arise from the struggle for independence and the effect on communities within Nigeria. So as Biafran rally behind their new football team and prepare for the symbolic convention in Finland, they see these efforts as part of a broader journey towards self-determination. For them, this football match and the planned declaration represents more than just political statements. They are milestones in a long, hard-fought battle for freedom, recognition, and identity. And as Simon Ekpa will say, this is only the beginning of the end. Nigeria, as they know it, is changing. It is truly a story that continues to unfold, with each update drawing in more supporters and critics alike. Whether Biafra will achieve independence remains to be seen, but for now, the movement has a renewed energy and they are more determined than ever to carve out their place in the world. This is the end of our news update. Please click the icon on the top right corner of your screen to watch my next video. You will enjoy it. I will see you again in my next update. Enjoy the rest of the day. Goodbye for now.